Dalton Smith versus Sam Maxwell this Saturday live on DAZN. Dalton in defence of his British titles, looking to add Sam Maxwell's Commonwealth title. How are you? Good?
Good as ever.
Yeah?
Excited to be here. Fight week again in my hometown, so ready to go.
What was the experience in America like? Obviously, I saw you. We spoke at the Ryan Garcia tank fight. You were out there sparring. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, it was a great experience, and I got everything I wanted going over there. Getting some hard sparring, some great work with Manny. It's just been great preparation for this fight.
Yeah, indeed. Sam Maxwell obviously brings his own quality to the ring. Big puncher. You would have known of him from Team GB. What do you make of him now, where he is in his career?
Sam's a good fighter. He's experienced. Obviously, the respect's there between me and Sam, but it's business, and it's a great fight at this stage of my career. One what puts me to the next level, and I've said it before. Like, I wanted this fight 18 months ago when I was mandatory, so another 18 months of developing. It's in great hands for me.
Yeah, indeed.
You look like a picture of health. You're sipping a coffee. You've come up here, your sunglasses. You look the part. How's camp gone? How are you feeling?
Honestly, Tony, it's been the best camp. It's been the best camp as a professional. I always train hard, but I've said it. My last two performances where I've needed, like, you'll know yourself. Yeah. Sometimes you need that opponent to give you the fear factor. Yeah. Brings the best out of you in camp. That's why I was over in America. I wanted to push myself to the limits, and you can see I'm in the best condition I've been as a professional, and I'm ready to go.
You look great. As I say, the Allington fights and things like that, I can imagine they're hard for you to get up for, because your level's above them. Yeah. Now, I know you'll think your level's above Sam, but the one thing that no one can deny is his punch. Yeah. And you're going to have to be on your game and really switched on for every single second, every single night, or however long it lasts to get rid of that. Is he just a puncher?
No, he wouldn't have achieved what he's achieved if he was just a puncher. You've seen what he did as an amateur. He was successful there, and also a professional. So he's got more than a punch. To get to where he's got, he needs more than a punch. But they said the same about Samuel Mason. He's a big puncher, and it's like exactly. And at the end of the day, you can't punch what you can't hit. Yeah. And I've prepared for every angle, and like I say, I'm a big puncher. I've got a lot more stoppages on my record and boxed higher opposition than Sam. So, I think the favour's in my hands. But I can't underestimate Sam in this fight. This
fight's for the belt for keeps. Yeah. You won it outright. Then, I mean, you don't want to look past Sam Maxwell. I know you're not, because everything's fully focused on Saturday. But you've obviously, once you win it outright, you've surpassed British title level and domestic level. You look straight away then. Do you want to look to European level or the international title? What is it that floats your boat?
You look at the 140 division, there's that many fights out there. It's stacked, so obviously my main focus is on Saturday night. I've got to get a job done there. There's nothing after that until I get the job done. So that's why we have, as managers and as coaches, that's their job. So get the job done on Saturday night, and then we'll see where we go. But like you say, it'd be nice to get the European and move on.
Very, very busy you've been in the last 12 months. I was looking at your record, 5 fights in a year, which doesn't normally happen. It's normally 3.
Adi said to me, Tone, can a fighter be too busy? Please answer
that.
Yeah,
go on, answer it. Can you be too busy?
A fighter can never be too busy.
Is it an idle mind type thing, that if you're not fighting and in training, you can sort of creep off and do other bits?
Consistency is key, and if you're not active, you can go stale, and you lose momentum. And this is why I feel like my momentum, what I've had, Sam's not had that. I think that's going to play a part as well. So, look, like, I've been very active. I wasn't my best performance in my last fight, but that was just me getting up for the fight. But there's no excuses. I'm ready to go again, and it's been the best camp I've had so far.
Doesn't matter, you found a way and you won, and that's what you've got to understand all the time is there's going to be highs and lows in a career, there's going to be ups and downs. The fact that you're winning when you ain't on point speaks volumes. It really does, because it's the real, really, that end up great fighters that win on the not so good nights.
Do you know what was a blessing in disguise as well was I never had the championship rounds, and the only time I've got it was my last 2 performances. So, and I kept saying I need the championship rounds, and it's the first time someone said, "Oh, is Dalton as good as he is?" And you
can't please everyone.
You can't please everyone. I just take the positives in any situation. You've got to, and I've my last 2 fights, I've got them championship rounds, and that's what I need moving on to the next levels. And even though it weren't my best performance, I dropped 1 round in the 12-round British title fight. So
yeah, it's not bad, is it? I remember speaking to Tony, I think about a week ago, and he told me a story about him sparring David Haye when David Haye was world level and Tony was just coming through. Did you look at what's going on at the world scene? Although you're not there yet, do you look and think, all right, you know, Regis Prograis there, Devin Haney could come up, Jack Cattrall? Do you kind of focus on those guys a little bit?
Of course, they're always in like the back of your mind. You always see who's at the top, but I tend not to pay too much attention. You know, until my opportunities come, they're the guys who I'm going to be looking at. So I think you can get too, you know, emotionally involved in stuff, and you know, I'm just laid back. I'm easy going. What will be, and when those opportunities come, that's when it's time to, you know, knuckle down and get down to work. But you know, like I said,
you've said that. You just said exactly what I said.
Honestly, literally copy and paste of what exactly it is. You fighters clearly think a lot of the same stuff.
As fighters, there's no point in. He's the best in Britain, and he's focused on winning that belt outright. So that's his goal. That's his focus. When Saturday's over, his goal will immediately switch, and he will think, "Who's next?" Because you're so active, Dalton, and the way you're performing, you just want to keep the ball rolling. Yeah. And as I say, you've done amazing so far. But then, you know, you've got to come back to Saturday night and perform again.
Exactly.
Final one. I see Sam just over our shoulder here, obviously coming in for an interview as well. In terms of Sheffield, the city, obviously, look, it's the city that's had so many fantastic fighters that have sold out the Utility Arena. You're that next guy. Yep. Everyone's kind of put that on your back now. You need to kind of carry the torch that I guess Kell Brooks passed to you. Any extra pressure or excitement for that?
I wouldn't have worked as hard as I have over the years if I thought pressure was going to get to me. Like, I've always wanted this, so you know, I'm living my dream. So why would there be pressure on me?
Yeah.
I'm just going to enjoy the ride, and it's going to bring the best out of me. I proved it, you know, the first time I've done it at the arena, and it's just going to continue to get bigger and bigger, and I'm just going to enjoy the ride.
Honest opinion there, you must be gutted about Darren Moore leaving.
Oh, gutted.
You must be gutted.
I was gutted.
Well, what's going on?
Do you know what? It was obviously
disgrace.
Look at the end of the, you know.
Was he sacked or
no,
he left on mutual agreement.
Yeah.
But you don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But you know, I was gutted to see him. You know, because I was actually able to sit in his office before the end of the season. I was actually surprised about his boxing knowledge. He's a big boxing fan.
His stuff, big lump as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to get on the wrong side.
I wouldn't like to meet him.
I
wouldn't like a little rumble with him, to be honest.
But gutted there. But you know, we move on. We see what we've got next, and look forward to next season.
Should be a fun run in the championship. Dalton, good luck on Saturday. Dalton Smith, Sam Maxwell for all the marbles. £140 over here.
Top man, thank you.